Good evening, and welcome to the Homer Center 2025 Awards Night Ceremony. We're so thankful to be here together this evening to honor the incredible students seated on this stage. This morning as I was driving into work, I was listening to a speaker named Emily Wilson. She was discussing the topic of patience. She said patience can come in many forms, like trying to patiently wait for a big vacation. But she was referring to practicing patience in a very different way. In every moment of life, being in the present moment. So many of us are constantly thinking about the next thing we need to do. Students, watching you navigate through classes, activities, after-school sports, jobs, relationships, the never-ending list of technological messages that are awaiting a response. It's exhausting and never-ending. Please take a minute, speaking of that, to silence your cell phone and to put it aside. Tonight is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance by you all. So let's soak this moment in. It's also a night of remembrance. We take a moment to honor those who have come before us, students who once sat on this stage, walked these halls, teachers who inspired and guided, coaches who led on the fields, directors of the fine arts who have guided and coordinated limitless productions, and community leaders who made decisions for the betterment of this school district. Their memory lives on in our hearts and the spirit of tonight's celebration. Tonight is also a night of generosity, an evening where businesses, organizations, and families invest in the future of our students, with hope and confidence in the promise of what lies ahead for each of you. I'm Kristen Kirchie, one of the school counselors here at Homer Center. I, along with my co-counselor, Kirk Krajosik, would like to express our gratitude to everyone who helped make tonight possible. A special thank you to Mrs. Yerke and Matt Wilson and our custodian staff for ensuring our auditorium and our school is in top condition for the many spring events hosted here, and to Mrs. Yerke for running the lights and sound this evening. Thank you to Landon Schaup, our Master of Ceremonies this evening, to our faculty and our administration who are here tonight, and our school board members. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to our students. We know many of you have written heartfelt letters of recommendation, participated in scholarship interviews, reviewed applications, and are even here presenting awards tonight. These acts of support mean so much to us and to our students. To our local businesses and civic organizations and companies that present scholarships year after year, thank you for your generosity. Your gifts and your time are invaluable. And to the families who offer scholarships in the memory of loved ones, thank you for your dedication. We recognize the countless hours you spend raising funds and reviewing applications to honor your loved one's legacy. We hope tonight brings you pride and peace in their memory. I'd also like to give one very special thanks to Mrs. Susan Plaucha, our guidance secretary. Though you won't see Susan on stage tonight, Susan has played an essential role in planning and organizing this event from start to finish. She manages the scholarship website, she distributes applications and communicates with the families and organizations, and ensures that every student has an equal opportunity to access these incredible scholarships. Students, like we said earlier today, if you see Mrs. Plaucha, please thank her tomorrow. To put tonight's impact into perspective, in 2025, the average cost for a student attending an in-state public university for 4 years is $108,000. For private universities, it's $234,000. Thanks to the generosity of the organizations and families here tonight, many of our students will be able to offset these rising costs to pursue their dreams. Again, we cannot thank you enough. And finally, to the students on the stage, like I said at the beginning, you've worked very hard for this moment, so please soak it in and enjoy it. Now it's my pleasure to welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Landon Schaup, to the stage.
please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Greg Fletcher to the stage.
Good evening. First, I'd like to say congratulations to all the students up on stage. It's been a long time coming, and you deserve these awards you're getting tonight. And I'd like to thank the administration for inviting the American Legion down to participate in the award ceremony. First award I have is the 8th Grade Legion Award. Madeline Drew. And Blake Lucas. Next award is American Legion Scholarship, which we have 3. First one is Ocean Mer Tita. Nathan Bertall. Kyra Friedel. And now the Sons of the American Legion Scholarship. Hannah Run. I'd like to thank you all. Night.
On behalf of the American Legion Post 493, I'm pleased to present the next scholarship to Braden Dunn.
For the next award, please welcome to the stage Staff Sergeant Hunter Simmons.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we come together to honor seniors of this remarkable class, young men and women who are stepping boldly into their future. Among them is someone who has chosen a path of service, skill, and sacrifice. He's not just graduating, he's enlisting into the United States Army as a 12 Papa, which is a prime power production specialist. That might sound like a mouthful, but let me tell you, it's one of the Army's most elite and technically demanding roles. He'll be trained and operate and maintain large-scale power generation systems, essentially becoming a master of high-voltage electricity. He'll help build and sustain the electrical backbone that keeps bases running, missions moving, and lives protected, whether it's in a combat zone, disaster relief effort, or a remote part of the world with no power at all. The training for this job is no joke. It's a year long, and it's the equivalent of earning a college degree in electrical engineering. There's only a select few that make the cut, and there's few people that face this type of responsibility at his age. So, with further ado, we're incredibly proud of you. You're not just joining the Army, you're becoming part of a force that keeps the Army running, as well as America. Thank you for your commitment, your courage, and your willingness to serve something greater than yourself. This entire nation is behind you every step of the way. Gavin Moore.
pleased to introduce to the stage Ms. Josephine Lochner.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Josephine Lautner, and I am here to represent from the Homer Center Historical Society a memorial scholarship due to my husband, Jack Lautner. He was a graduate of Laurel Lamar High School, class of 1954. There have been 27 scholarships awarded so far for students from Homer Center. This year's student has performed in many school and outside activities. The student's essay has made her aware of small town beginnings and how its history is part of her family. This year's scholarship of $500 goes to Gabrielle Cook. Here it is. That's too easy. Okay. That's good.
I'm pleased to introduce to the stage for the next award, Miss Brenda Linetti.
I'm honored to be here today to present the 2025 S&T Bank Scholarship. As an employer of almost 1,300 people in Pennsylvania and Ohio, S&T Bank is committed to rewarding and recognizing local talent and investing in the future careers of local students. This year, S&T will award 10 $1,000 scholarships to students demonstrating academic excellence and community involvement. Scholarship applicants were judged on GPA, class rank, SAT, ACT scores, as well as written essays, letters of recommendation, and community service. I'm proud to award this $1,000 scholarship to Denver Magis, and sincerely hope this assists in your future endeavors. On behalf of S&T Bank, congratulations. All right, I get to do another one right in a row. Thank you. I'm excited to be here this evening to present the 2025 Homer City Area Business Association Scholarship. This award is presented to a student that intends to pursue a career in business-related field. I'm honored to present this award to Angelo Alexander. This award is an acknowledgement of your hard work and academic performance. We wish you much success. Congratulations, Angelo.
For the next award, please welcome to the stage Miss Jen Ponish.
The Lady Wildcat Athletic Association is organized and operated for the charitable purpose of supporting Homer Center area junior-senior high school girls sports programs of softball, volleyball, basketball, and cheer.
Every year, we award 2 $500 scholarships based on the applications submitted by eligible candidates. The requirements are any female student participating in one or more of the aforementioned sports, who holds a GPA of 3.0 or higher, has enrolled or intends to enroll in a university, community college, or trade school, submits a letter of recommendation from a coach, and writes an essay on how high school athletics has influenced my life. This year, both recipients are multi-sport athletes with strong commitments to their communities and school. Congratulations to Hannah Arone and Gigi Palmer, this year's recipients of the Lady Wildcat Athletic Association scholarships.
For the next award, I'm pleased to introduce to the stage Miss Leslie O'Bush Martin.
Good evening. My scholarship goes to a senior from Homer Center that attended the Indiana County Technology Center, one of Indiana County's best kept secrets. And I got to put a quick plug in for them. They've got an automotive department where you can get your oil changed, your tires rotated, your wiper blades changed. They've got a state-of-the-art body paint booth in their body department. You can call the culinary department and go in and have a nice lunch. There's a cosmetology department where you can get your hair cut, styled, and colored, manicures, pedicures, many other. I also want to recognize the Information Technology and Cybersecurity Department, where this year they offered a program called Tech Connect, and they will be offering that next school year. And they are workshops for mature students like myself, teaching you the latest information on internet security, cybersecurity, your mobile phone use, all kinds of things, and you'll learn something. So if you need any of those services, give CTC a call, and they'll direct you to the right place. I believe in giving our students experience to be the best that they can be. So I've just let the best kept secret out of the bag. My family and I read through all the applications we receive, and we have concluded that the awardee this year has submitted probably the best written essay we have ever received. So I am very, very proud that I am awarding the Leslie O'Bush Martin Scholarship to Landon Stuchel.
For the next award, I'm pleased to introduce to the stage Mr. Byron G. Stouffer and Miss Loretta Jervis.
Good evening. With me today is Loretta Jervis with Miller Fabrication Solutions. Again, my name is Byron Stauffer. I'm the Executive Director with the Indiana County Development Corporation, and we're here together today to present the Tri-County WIB Jack Clark Memorial Scholarship. Mr. Jack Clark was a mentor of mine. Jack was president and CEO of Clark Metal Products. I was a young economic development professional, just moved here to the county in 1996 and had the pleasure of knowing Jack for 20 years in my career. He was very instrumental in this region as being a longtime employer in manufacturing trade jobs at Clark Metal Products, and served as president of the Indiana County Development Corporation for many years during the time in which we were developing the corporate campus business park in Burrell Township there at 119 and 22. So I owe a lot to Jack, and unfortunately when he passed away in 2016, and he was one of the founding members of the manufacturing consortium here in Indiana County, and that is administered by the Tri-County Workforce Investment Board, and he put a lot of time and effort to try to make sure that we had a workforce here in Indiana County, particularly in the manufacturing trades. And so this scholarship goes to young men and women that are in manufacturing or technical fields, engineering, and those kinds of jobs. So I'll allow Loretta to announce the winner of this scholarship.
And the scholarship goes to Jackson Supco.
I'm pleased to introduce to the stage Mrs. Donna Morrow and Miss Deb Fetterman for the next award.
Good evening. We would like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2025. The James A. Cook Student Athletic Scholarship is given in memory of our father, who taught and coached at Homer Center for over 29 years. He was a graduate of Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where he completed his studies in the field of education. Prior to becoming an educator and coach, he proudly served our country in the Korean conflict. He spent countless hours preparing lesson plans, revising coaching strategies, and leading the Student Assistance Program in hopes that he would be able to enrich the lives of his students and athletes to go beyond their years here at Homer Center. These memories he created with the students he taught and the athletes he coached meant so much to him. He dedicated his life to family, faith, and helping others in the community, where he served as a volunteer fireman, an active member of the Hope Lutheran Church, and spent over 40 years as a volunteer at the ICAP Food Bank. We are proud to announce the 2025 recipient of the James A. Cook Student Athlete Scholarship is his beautiful granddaughter, Ella James Cook.
It's my pleasure to introduce to the stage Miss Christine Mitchell.
Dr. William Lucas was a 1980 graduate of Homer Center who went on to study and earn degrees from Penn State, the University of Pittsburgh, and Harvard Medical School. He was a well-known and well-respected virologist, an expert in his field. He was a genius, but also just a small-town guy who loved fishing, hunting, golfing, and spending time with family and friends. His friends and colleagues have established and maintained this scholarship in his memory. This year's recipient is Riley Missick. This year's Homer Center Alumni Scholarships have been funded by donations made in memory of Mrs. Monica Jones from the class of 1978, Mr. Dwight George from the class of 1954, Mr. Wade Dominic from the class of 1981, Mr. Bill Bonya from the class of 71, Mr. Alex Taddy from the class of 48, Miss Barbara Mitchell from the class of 1953, and Mr. Tim Murphy, a one-time member of the class of 1980. We also received a very generous donation from Mr. Bill Anderson. This year's recipients are Angelo Alexander, James Clausen, and Zachary Wilson.
I'm pleased to introduce to the stage Miss Kara Harper.
Hello. Tonight I'm here to present the scholarship on behalf of the Homer Center Band Boosters. This scholarship will honor one of our very musically talented students, and this year's 2025 scholarship goes to Riley Missick. Congratulations.
I'm pleased to introduce to the stage for the next award Mr. David Dahl.
Good morning. Good evening, everybody. My name is David Dahl. I'm a husband of Dr. Christina Benamonte Dahl. Tina graduated from Homer Center. In 1977, she went to undergrad at Seton Hill College and got her medical degree at the University of Pennsylvania, and then she worked in practice for many, many years. She passed away in 2021 treating patients with COVID, so she became COVID positive. At that time, as we all remember, that nightmare. The treatment for COVID was pretty limited at that time. So I'm here to present the Dr. Christina Benamonte Memorial Scholarship to Gabriella Cook. Congratulations.
I'm now pleased to introduce to the stage Miss Carolyn Davis.
My father-in-law, Lyle Davis, was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne during World War II and a proud member of the American Legion for over 50 years. Before he was drafted into the war, he was drafted by the Greenville, Alabama Lions, at that time the farm team for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Since his passing 28 years ago in 1997, the Davis family has offered this yearly award to a graduating senior who has applied for the American Legion scholarships and who also enjoyed playing time on the baseball or softball field during their high school years. I am pleased to present the 2025 American Legion Post 493 Lyle R. Davis Memorial Scholarship to Nathan Birchall.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce Miss Jen Ponish and Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Dabrowski to the stage.
Thank you to the Homer Center School District for the ongoing support and the opportunity to present this award in memory of our son, Kai. Many of you here tonight might not have known Kai directly. Maybe you had an older sibling who knew him, or maybe you know his sisters, or maybe you've never had the pleasure of meeting him. Kai was the type of person who would always say hi to you, be there when you needed a listening ear, or doing anything he could to make you laugh. Kai was a sophomore here at Homer Center High School when he was killed 9 years ago by a drunk driver on May 14th of 2016. In the aftermath of his death, we received an outpouring of support from our communities, both emotionally and financially.
We decided to use the funds we received to establish a scholarship that would carry on his name, the Kai Paul Roboski Memorial Scholarship, in efforts to sustain the scholarship fund over the years and promote Kai's legacy via the sport he loved most. We host a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in his honor each year, most recently the 8th annual tournament this past Saturday.
We partnered with the Community Foundations for the Alleghenies to administer the scholarship and develop the following criteria for its applicants. Be a graduating senior in Homer Center School District in good standing. Participate in at least one school sport or marching band. Plan to attend an accredited post-secondary institution, which may include a college, university, business, or trade school. In addition to these criteria, applicants are asked to provide a letter of recommendation from a teacher, guidance counselor, or coach, and write an essay answering the question, how are you going to make a difference?
In the 9 years since Kai died, we've awarded 20 scholarships in his name. Every year we're impressed by the caliber of students applying and the effort they make in their daily lives to make a difference. This year's recipients are no exception. We are pleased to recognize their achievements and award them each a $500 Kai Paul Roboski Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Angelo Alexander and Ella Cook.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce to the stage Miss Katie Lovejoy.
Hello, I am pleased to be presenting the Club Savoy Scholarships. This year we have 3 recipients: Ocean Martina, Zachary Wilson, and Madison Lovejoy.
I'm pleased to introduce Miss Christy Voida to the stage.
swear it was only 5 years ago I stood right here and graduated. I don't know how I have one that's graduating now. Okay, so I am honored to be here tonight as representative of my dad, Tom Dixon's scholarship. This is our 3rd year presenting to the graduating class of Homer Center. When my dad passed away in 2021 pretty suddenly, just as we were about to coach junior high girls basketball here together, it rocked our family and I think the community. So similar to the Roboskis, the outpouring of love and support and financial support we received, we decided that we wanted to create a scholarship in his honor. So most of you know that my dad worked here at the school for about 30 years. And in that 30-year time frame, he coached basketball, boys, girls, junior high, JV, varsity, led a lot of the programs to a lot of success under his coaching leadership. One thing that has really stood out to us over the years as we've talked to people that he's coached is that it was the life lessons that he taught, not so much the sport. So, you know, he was teaching them to be good teammates, good role models, good leaders, and most of all, good people. He was the type of guy that, and most of these kids know that, he wasn't afraid to give you heck, kick you in the butt with his size 11, but he was the first person to put his arm around you and tell you that he loved you and he cared about you, and that's why he was giving you heck. This class is obviously very special because his grandson is part of this graduating class. So more than ever, he was really close to a lot of these kids. It's really hard for us as a family to choose the recipients of the scholarship. So this year we decided to put it in the school's hands. And we said, you know, we wanted somebody, well, actually we decided to give away 4 $500 scholarships this year because we really, all these kids deserve it. So, but we said, you know, the characteristics that my dad emulated, he liked to have fun. We wanted students and athletes that loved basketball, that were loved and respected by their peers, by the faculty here. And again, I can't stress enough that they just like to joke around with each other and have a good time. So, the winners this year, like I mentioned, there are 4. The first is Hannah Arone. Oh, this little firecracker my dad has loved since elementary, Marcus Coy. I'm not sure if my dad loves this one more or his little younger brother, but to be determined, Braden Dunn. And last but not least, his grandson, Max Voida.
I'm pleased to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Len Rado to the stage.
Good evening. Len and I are here this evening to present the Jonathan Rado Memorial Scholarship in memory of our son, Jonathan. Jonathan was a 2003 graduate of Homer Center High School, but at the age of 12, he was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. Despite all of this, he encountered many disabilities, and despite all of this, he was able to go on to Edinburgh University, where he graduated in 2009 with a bachelor's degree in sports administration. Unfortunately, at the age of 26, Jonathan passed away as a result of his secondary cancer due to his previous treatments. In making our decision for the applicants of this scholarship, we ask that they write about an obstacle that they have overcome in their life. While we're impressed with all the students that applied, there were two that stood out to us. And I'm pleased to announce that each of these students are going to receive a $2,500 scholarship to help further their education. So we are pleased to announce that the first recipient of the Jonathan Rada Memorial Scholarship is Ella Cook. And our second recipient of the Jonathan Rada Memorial Scholarship is Jimmy Clausen. Congratulations to all the graduating seniors this year.
I'm pleased to introduce Miss Courtney Scherf to the stage.
Before I begin my scholarships, I just want to say it is such a beautiful way that these families are honoring those loved ones and are so generous with carrying on their legacy. And it's just a beautiful evening. Okay. So, excuse me. So the first scholarship I have is the High School Senior Art Faculty Scholarship that we started 4 years ago. Any senior can enter a piece of artwork of any medium. They don't have to be in an art class at all. And the faculty gets to vote. And this year I had so many, countless emails saying this is so hard to decide, just one. And so we actually opened it up to the elementary school as well. And this year's recipient is Alexis Mitchell. And her artwork will actually go on permanent display as well. So that's the nice perk of that scholarship. The second scholarship I have is the Vitalant Blood Bank Scholarship. We had 2 blood drives this year, and we collected 84 pints successfully, and each pint saves up to 3 lives. I don't do mental math, but I know that's pretty successful. And so we have 2 $250 scholarships. Any volunteer that we had was eligible to apply, and they just had to write an essay on what volunteering at the blood drive meant to them. And this year's recipients are Gabriella Cook and Kira Friedel. Thank you.
I'm pleased to introduce to the stage Miss Cindy Scott.
Good evening. The Homer Center Education Association offers a yearly $500 scholarship to a student pursuing their post-secondary education in the teaching field. And this year's recipient is Gigi Palmer.
The Voice of Democracy program is an annual audio essay competition and scholarship program for high school students sponsored by the Veterans of Foreign Wars. It encourages students to express their opinions on a democratic or patriotic theme and offers significant scholarship opportunities. Each year, nearly 57,000 students participate in this contest. I'm very pleased to announce that Homer Center had a 9th grade student who earned a scholarship and was honored in Gettysburg for being the Indiana County Voice of Democracy winner. I am pleased to present this award to Titan Wolfgang. The Ruth M. Tinker Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of a former teacher from our district. Students that apply for this scholarship must complete a written portion and also complete an interview before a panel of Homer Center's teachers. I'm pleased to present this scholarship to Riley Missick. Each year, the College Board awards scholarship monies to students with a GPA of 3.5 or better who earn PSAT or SAT assessment scores that are within the top 10% of assessment takers in Pennsylvania. Students must utilize the Big Future online college planning tool to be considered for these awards. This year, we've had students receive the College Board First Generation Awards and Rural Awards. Congratulations to the recipients of these awards. So first we have Jimmy Clausen, who is receiving both the First Generation and Rural Award. Denver Machis, who's receiving the First Generation Award. Riley Missick, who is receiving the First Generation Award. Kristen Yakubowski, who is receiving the Rural Award. And Aiden Bodkin, who is also receiving the Rural Award. I had the pleasure of working with Dr. Michelle Williams my first few years here at Homer Center. Those of you who remember Dr. Williams likely remember her broad smile and infectious laugh. I'm pleased to present this scholarship in her memory to Gianna Palmer. The next scholarship honors Diana Lynn Holben, a woman who exemplified faith and grace despite numerous health-related setbacks throughout her life. The purpose of this award is to support students with those same qualities from any walk of life, to encourage them to pursue personal growth through post-secondary education. Strong consideration is given to applicants who have experienced discouraging life challenges that may be influencing their faith, courage, or motivation. This is a $2,500 scholarship, and awardees have the potential for this to be a continuous scholarship for up to 4 consecutive years. I'm pleased to present the Diana Lynn Holben Scholarship to Ms. Gabriella Cook. The Indiana Gazette, in partnership with Rosebud Mining, offers the Teen of the Week program. This program honors area high school seniors who are selected by school faculty based on the following criteria: all-around students who excel in the classroom, band, choir, student government, volunteer activities, sports, community organizations, clubs, their church, or even as an employee. At the end of the school year, the Rosebud Mining Corporation will award a $5,000 scholarship to one student who will be named Teen of the Year. We're proud to congratulate Homer Center's 2025 Teens of the Week: Sally Wan Pangon, Max Voida, Ocean Maritita, and Callie Yeager. The Kiwanis Club is a global community of clubs dedicated to improving the lives of children, one community at a time. The Indiana, Pennsylvania chapter of the Kiwanis recognized an Indiana County Technology Senior of the Month. We're pleased to present this award to two ICTC Homer Center students, Denver Machis and Gracie Anderson.
I'm pleased to introduce Miss Christine Yerke to the stage.
Good evening. Our Homer Center SAD Club, which is Students Against Destructive Decisions, is a very active club at our school. And one of the programs they sponsor is something called TRUE, which is the Tobacco Resistance Unit. And across the state of Pennsylvania, it's a growing movement to try to educate and stop the increased use of tobacco among everyone, but especially students. So as part of the Tobacco Resistance Unit, we're really proud at Homer Center that we have almost half of our student body who have signed on, and we are the largest group in the state, which I like numbers. But as part of that, students across the state are invited to participate or to apply to be an ambassador. And we're super fortunate this year that one of our student leaders applied for that position, was selected as one of the youth ambassadors for the state of Pennsylvania, and that is Ocean Maritita. But beyond that, after that process, all of the students in TRUE are invited to apply for a scholarship, which is the TRUE Advocate of the Year. And this year for the state of Pennsylvania, that was awarded to Ocean Maritita. So thank you.
In 2024, it is estimated that 3.5 million students took the PSAT exam. When this exam is taken during the junior year, it enters students into the prestigious National Merit Scholarship competition. Of those 3.5 million students, only 34,000 earn a National Merit Scholar commendation. Please join me in congratulating Homer Center National Merit Scholar commended student, Kristen Yakubowski.
Good evening. The next award is the Red Barn Sportsmanship Club Award, and that scholarship goes to Gianna Palmer. And Kira Friedel. The next award is the Indiana County Counselors Association Scholarship. This scholarship is given to a student who displays resiliency, kindness, compassion, and care for others. This year's winner is Mariah Redmond. She's unfortunately not here tonight. The next award is in memory of the late Dennis Buggy. Dennis Buggy was a constant presence in the community of Homer City. He served on the Homer Center School Board from 2000 to 2008 and frequently volunteered his time to coach youth sports, fundraise, and assist at his church. Selflessly, Dennis did not have the chance to pursue his dreams of higher education, as he was asked to take over his father's business at a young age. However, he recognized the value of education and However, he recognized the value of higher education, and after his untimely death in 2008, his family and friends established a scholarship in his memory in an effort to provide educational opportunities to the community and the school that he cared so deeply for. The winner of this year's Dennis Buggy Memorial Scholarship is Hannah Arone. The next awards are the Good Citizenship Awards. Senator Joe Pittman offers the Good Citizenship Award to seniors exemplifying the qualities of outstanding character and leadership. The faculty selected the Homer Center recipients. Congratulations to Maria Hipshin. And Ocean Maritita. The next award is in memory of Isaac Kelly. Isaac was a member of the class of 2021. He was tragically killed in an accident the November prior to graduation. Although Isaac is no longer physically present with us, he lives on through our positive memories. Isaac's motto was good vibes only. He was an athlete, a boxer, and an artist. We thank the Kelly family for offering the Isaac Kelly Built Differently Scholarship. I'm proud to present these scholarships to Gabriella Cook, and Hannah Arone. The next award is the Challenge Program Top 10 Finalist Student of the Year Award. Each year, the Challenge Program recognizes outstanding high school students from across the region who demonstrate excellence in academics, community service, attendance, and overall achievement. This year, over 400 students applied for this highly competitive honor, each one accomplished, driven, and deserving in their own right. Among this talented pool of students, one of our very own stood out. Her hard work, dedication, and leadership led to her being named one of the top 10 finalists for Student of the Year. She's the first student from Homer Center to ever receive this honor. Unfortunately, she is not here tonight, but congratulations to Caitlin Fairbanks. The next award is the Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame Award. This award recognizes student athletes that have shown exceptional talent, dedication, and sportsmanship throughout their athletic careers. This year's recipients are Braden Dunn, and Ava King. The next awards are the Heritage Conference Scholar Awards. These honors go to students who have excelled in both academics and extracurricular activities such as athletics or band. These students balanced schoolwork with practices, performances, and competitions. Congratulations to Noah Turk, who's unfortunately not here, and Riley Missick. The next award is the District 6 Dean Rossi Sportsmanship Award. This award honors student athletes who demonstrate outstanding character, respect, and integrity. It reflects how the game is played with heart, humility, and honor. Congratulations to Hannah Arone. And Benjamin Longwell.
now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Jody Rainey.
What a great evening. I always want to take a moment to thank all those who have provided generous assistance to our students to continue their post-secondary pursuits. You know, it is, as Ms. Sheriff says, very touching to see many families recognizing in memory of people who have contributed greatly to the success of our community and have built our community, and to honor their memory. So I want to thank you for, you know, the businesses, the civic organizations, and the families who have helped these young people as they take their steps out into life after high school. And Leslie, I do want to add, ICTC also builds tables. So if you're looking to have a table built, it's only taken them about 3 years to get the one built for me, but I'm glad I guess they're closing in on it finally. Students, I do want to say this, as you step out past Homer Center, okay, obviously you represent yourself, but you also represent your family, and you represent this community. Okay, no matter where you go, this place is part of you, but I also want you to understand that these people who have contributed and organizations have contributed to you, you represent them as well. And I assure you, your investment is going to be well worth it, because you're going to have people up on the stage that are going to have great success. You know, you think about it, we've honored academic achievement, we've honored academics, kids with technical educational skills, athletic skills, and just good people. You know, Good Citizenship Award. And I get to be with them every day, so I can tell you, you've certainly invested in some great people. Parents, thank you for what you pour into them, the support you give the school, but more importantly, just what you've taught them in their values and their character. And our staff, who's mostly up there on the left, I do appreciate all that you do in support of these kids. You know, not only the lessons you deliver every day, the academics that you instill in them, the intellect, but also the character and just being good people and demonstrating every day that, you know, relationships and the way that we interact with one another matters. You know, I always say I want our kids to feel there's one adult in this building that cares about them, and our staff does that. So congratulations to everybody on stage. So let's get to what we're here for. I'm going to do my best, because what I call them isn't always what's their formal name. So I'm going to do my best. And anybody going to be an eye doctor someday? I'll give you a lot of business, because it goes worse every day for me. Okay, so here we go. This is the IUP Sutton Scholarship, and this is awarded to Sally Wan Pangun. Sorry, Sally Wan. Do my best. Can I get it close? Okay, congratulations. Also, the IUP Sutton Scholarship, Gianna Palmer. IUP Sutton Scholarship, Gabriella Cook. IUP Sutton Scholarship, James Clausen. I got to say it, though, also known Big Daddy, my man. Congratulations. IUP Sutton Scholarship, Vanessa Ewer. The IUP Promising Scholar Award, Gabriella Cook. Stay right here, Gabrielle. Come on up, because you're going to be here for a couple anyway. IUP Esperanza Affinity Scholarship, also Gabriella Cook. The IUP Jane Leonard Scholarship, Jenica Black. St. Vincent College Merit Scholarship, Zachary Wilson. He's unable to be here tonight, but also the St. Vincent Institutional Scholarship would be Will Jones. The Gannon University Achievement Award, Denver Machis. Don't go too far, Denver. The Gannon University Cyber Award, also to Denver Machis. The Coastal Carolina Presidential Scholarship, Hannah Arone. The Point Park Merit Scholarship, Mariah Redmond. Sorry, Mariah is unable to be here this evening. The Penn State University Commonwealth Award, Benjamin Longwell. Also, I received a text message last night. Do you know from who? Mr. Hardesty? Mr. John Hardesty. Ben actually had his review last night for his Eagle Scout honor, right? And they told you did good, Ben? And you did a project down at the Homer City Library, correct? So Ben will also be soon receiving the honor of Eagle Scout, and I think that's something exceptional, so congratulations, Ben. The United States Merchant Marine Academy, located at Kings Point, New York, which is on the North Shore of Long Island, is one of the 5 federal academies. Nominated by Congressman Guy Reschenthaler, Ava King is one of approximately 275 appointees selected to attend the academy from around the nation out of over 2,500 applicants. Completion of the intensive 4-year regimental and academic curriculum, which includes 3 tri-semesters at sea on U.S. flag merchant vessels and United States Navy ships, as well as an internship, leads to a Bachelor of Science degree, a U.S. Merchant Marines officer's license, either as a deck officer or engineering officer, as an ensign commission in the United States Navy Reserve. An appointment to the academy is the equivalent of a scholarship worth $250,000 over the 4-year period. It includes tuition, room, and board. This remarkable achievement reflects great credit on Ava and demonstrates that she is already living up to the Academy's motto, deeds, not words. Congratulations to Ava King on her acceptance into the United States Merchant Marine Academy, class of 2029. Congratulations, Ava. Thank you again, everybody. Congratulations, students.
It's my pleasure to introduce Miss Christine Yerke to the stage.
So anybody who knows me knows I love to talk about how amazing our students are, but I promise I'll try and keep it short tonight. I love my teaching job, but I really love the opportunities that we're able to provide to our students to find success in lots of different areas. So last year, we participated in the Capitol Hill Stock Market Challenge. Every member of Congress, 535, gets to select a school district in their area, and those schools can have up to 10 teams competing in a sponsored stock market challenge. Last year, one of the Homer Center teams won the stock market challenge for the state of Pennsylvania and was number 6 in the entire United States, and was able to travel to Washington, D.C. to participate in some very amazing opportunities. Ms. Bruno was kind enough to take them, and unfortunately 3 of them, Nikki Todd, Jackson Arone, and David Eastman, graduated, and they are not here. And Noah Turk was a member of the team, and he was not able to make it this evening. But fortunately, the 5th member of the team was Mr. Landon Schaup. So. They did a lot to learn about financial literacy. Listening to them plan their portfolio, especially as the year went on, was incredible. We participated again this year in a different game, and we did have a team finish in the top 20 in Pennsylvania, but never quite like the guys did last year, so that was incredible. Second, I'm also our youth and government sponsor, where our students work all year long. They go to Harrisburg to take over the government for the weekend. They write legislation. They work in the House and Senate chambers. They get to sit in those buildings. They get to debate. They work together to accomplish lots of great things, and they do an amazing job. At the conclusion of that event, 25 students from the state of Pennsylvania are selected to represent Pennsylvania at the national conference, which will be in North Carolina. And we are super excited to find out that one of our 9th grade students, who served as the Secretary of the Senate and as a committee chair at the conference, Brooklyn Wisniewski, was selected to be one of those delegates. It's an incredible experience to be with 600 students from around the country who are truly passionate about making the world a better place. I'm so excited for Brooklyn to get to have the opportunity. And then finally, we have students who participate in the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science. During the course of the year, the students, on their own time, come up with a project. They do the research, they conduct an experiment, then they put together a presentation, and they have to present it in front of a panel of judges. And at our regional competition in February, we had several students who were awarded a first place award and who got to go to Penn State. We got back today from there at about 3:30. So unfortunately, one of them is not here. I think she's home sleeping. It was 4 days of pretty intense science. But whenever you get to work with kids who are passionate about what they do and who are willing to, on their own time, learn for learning's sake, it's pretty awesome. So I have several students who were awarded first place at the Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science at Penn State University. The first I'm going to give to Landon Schaup for his project in behavioral science. He earned a first place. So come on up, Landon. Second, a first place in mathematics, Henry Haven. And unable to be with us this evening is Kate Cisak. Her project was in microbiology. Okay, so we'll get Kate hers later. So students who present at Junior Academy of Science are judged against a rubric, and we had one additional student who earned a first place at Penn State but achieved a perfect score, meaning every judge in every category gave them a perfect 5. So Julia Fabian. Hers was in behavioral science for junior high. So. And then there is one additional, and this person doesn't know, but we have a senior, Riley Missick, who was not able to go up with us because of baccalaureate, and so drove up with a friend to Penn State, did her presentation, and then came back so she could go on her senior class trip. And I was informed that in the field of engineering, Riley Missick was awarded first place. I wish Riley had been able to be with us. We did tour the Breezale nuclear reactor at Penn State today, and Riley's planning on going into that field, so we thought about her when we were looking into the nuclear core there. But our kids work really, really hard, and I'm so thankful that our school board and our faculty support our students as they learn for the sake of learning and not a grade. So thank you all.
It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Cesari to give the closing remarks.
Congratulations, everybody. Thank you, everyone. I want to thank the families that were here today to share your stories, the organizations that have given to our students so generously. I know some of those stories are tough, and we certainly do appreciate the lasting memory that you have established on behalf of your relatives, friend, whomever you may be recognizing here this evening. And again, to those community organizations, thank you for being a small part of our school district and supporting these young men and women up here today. I want to thank Mrs. Kirchie and Mr. Krajosik, who are sitting calmly back here behind the curtain, saying you are the only thing standing between this being over and them being done. I certainly want to thank Mrs. Plaucha. Being a building administrator for 16 years, my guidance secretary, like the stress level went off the charts in May. And I know we've changed the date a few times, and Mrs. Plaucha has done a terrific job. So can we give her a round of applause for her hard work? I want to thank the faculty and administration, both the elementary and the high school. This is a terrific school district. Really is kind of a family atmosphere. Our faculty work incredibly hard. They know our students. You see it in the hallways. You see it when they attend events to support our students. You see it in the number of extracurricular opportunities they're willing to provide these students to go out and experience the world much more than just what's at the classroom. So I really appreciate what you all do for our students. Under Mr. Rainey's leadership, Mr. Rodkey's leadership, and the outstanding faculty here at the high school, I say thank you, and I really appreciate all the hard work you do for our students. For our students, I don't know if you've ever heard the poem Footsteps. Is anybody familiar with the poem Footsteps? Nobody goes to church? Anything? Okay. So the poem Footsteps is one of my favorite. It's a person walking along the shoreline, and there are good times and there are bad times. And they happen to be walking along the shoreline with God. And while they're walking along the shoreline, things are going great. Some things aren't going so great, but there's always two sets of footprints there, meaning God is always by your side. In the darkest of times, this person noticed that the footsteps went down to one and began to question their faith, whatever it may be, saying, God, why have you abandoned me in my darkest times? And if you read the poem, God quickly turns that around and says, no, son, I did not abandon you. The single set you noticed as trouble filled the land was when I gently carried you with my tender hands. So God was actually lifting this person up and carrying them through the most troubled times. And the reason I bring that poem up is because this is your support system. These are the people who have given so much in life for you to be here today. These are the people who have celebrated the joys, got you where you needed to be, suffered when you were injured or sick, shed tears with you when things quite didn't go your way. These people here are part of your support system. They have taken the time to recognize a loved one or be a community organization to say, we are here to walk alongside you. We are here to make sure you are ready for what's next. So could we give them a round of applause for all the great things that they do for me? I am honored to be a small part of it. I got to know some of these students pretty well in my 3 years that I've been here, and I have seen them grow. I've seen them do some amazing things. And I just want to finish up by saying really proud of each and every one of you, and we are really looking forward to the things that you are not only going to bring to our school if you are an underclassman, but to the way you are going to represent us out in the real world. So thank you very much. It was a great evening, and I want to say thank you to all of you for all you have done here tonight. Have a good evening, everyone.
And you're dismissed. Thank you.